Okay, so this is the power phase, speed agility training. My first one, my favorite one, probably something I think that all speed training has to have in their repertoire is a sled. Not a big fan of pulling the sled, because once we harness something on our waist and we start running, mechanics start to alter a little bit. So I'm a big fan of kind of pushing. With the handles, you know, for taller athletes, I'm almost 6'4", so sometimes these are a little short. We want to make sure that we have that good hip angle. We don't want an acute angle. We want to make sure that we mimic running as much as possible. This kind of forces a good high knee drive. Explosive, definitely develops power. Notice it's not weighted. If I wanted to develop more of a strength phase, I would probably put plates on here with the athlete, but we're working power, especially at the initial explosiveness. You know, we won't put any weight on it. Also, the surface type, some surfaces the sled will tend to slide faster, so you might have to weigh it down just a little bit. This floor is rubbery, so it kind of tends to stick to the bottom. So, you know, you don't have to put much resistance on it. It's pretty simple. Sled. I want to extend my hip, lock the elbows out, and I'm just going to start at spring. Okay, coming back. Good hip angle. Drive the side, run. And back. It doesn't take many reps to develop with that. Nothing longer than 40 yards, 40 meters. What we tend to happen is the athlete will start to kind of develop bad technique if the sled is too far. All right, so we try to limit the distance they're pushing the sled. All right, so that's the first exercise for the power. Next one is the 4-cone drill for a lacrosse athlete. Excuse me, goalie. I'm going to specify the goalie. Okay, so we can get the 4 cones, or at least 3 of them. Zero mat here. Okay, so there's a cone back here. I'm going to try and slide it over, get it in the film. Okay, so traditionally, this drill begins with a sprint, shuffle, back pedal, and a karaoke. I'm not a real big fan of crossing over the legs, especially for lacrosse goalie. Everything should be sidestepping. The only time they should cross over is, you know, if they're out of the box or shooting out of the net, and they open up and they turn to run. Okay, that's okay, but then that's only one step. All right, and that's something that I would do more on another day with agility, kind of more pragmatic. But right now, we're just gonna go through a sprint, a shuffle, a back pedal, and a shuffle. And then we're gonna do it both ways. So we're not just developing one side. All right, so sprint, shuffle, back pedal, shuffle. Some points of emphasis on this is sprinting to shuffle, okay? We're gonna drop our hips. You wanna take as many deceleration steps as possible. This is where balance training comes in. This is where kind of agility training comes in. So as I'm going to the first cone, I'm running, my hips start to lower. I plant that outside foot, I drive off, I shuffle. Again, my hips are square. I don't open up my hips. As I get to that back cone, outside foot plants, I drop step. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Now, sit my hips down on the back pedal. The athlete gets too high, they'll fall backwards. Also, we don't want them looking back. So as they're doing this, bring their chin to their chest. It kind of opens up my peripheral vision in the back. So I'm here, once I see that cone, plant, shuffle to the back. And then we'll do it from the other side. So we'll sprint, plant, shuffle, plant, back pedal, shuffle. And then we're done. All right, good. It's a good power development, especially out of the corners. Helps with deceleration and then accelerating, all right? Develop that leg power needed to kind of push out of the corners, make quick changes. Again, I'm not a big fan of crossing over the legs, so the karaoke I tend to leave alone. All right, the last drill we're gonna do, last two drills, is with the rope again. I like this because of the feet. We're gonna do the ollie shuffle. All right, kind of develops quick, powerful feet. And then we're gonna do the zigzag drill, which develops power with the legs. It's a little bit more advanced, takes a lot more coordination. Athletes will have a hard time sometimes getting the ollie shuffle. So we definitely don't want to start with the ollie shuffle early on. We want to progress later on in the training program. Once they start building their strength, we get to the ollie shuffle. So the ollie shuffle, my feet are going to alternate in. I'm going to stay on the ball of my feet, and I'm just going to switch my hips. All right, so it's here. Ball of feet, switching your hips. And then back. Boom. Ollie shuffle, okay? Like this, really develops power in the ankles, the calves, okay, kind of that ballistic movement. Athletes get real quick with this, okay, real explosive. So I like the ollie shuffle later in the strength phase, or power phase. Last one. Again, athletes sometimes have a hard time with this. We're going zigzag. Real coordination drill, but once they get it, develops power out of the corners. All right, so I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go 1, 2, out, 1, 2, 1, out. Always planning off that outside leg, driving there, developing that power, change directions. Want to make sure, maintain low center of gravity, okay, especially for a lacrosse goalie, reacting to some of the shots. Sometimes I'm coming out of the goal to decrease the angle of opportunity, and the ball gets passed and I have to work back in. Okay, so I'm able to kind of change directions again. Out, out, out. Planting on an outside foot, almost like a slalom skier. Coming out, and there. And then we go back, out, out, out. Quick feet, stay the balls my feet, working the power, and then we're done. All right, so those are the power exercises for the lacrosse goalie.